Assalamu alaikum and a warm welcome to all my dear students. Today I am here with a chapter from English, that is Unit 10, who will be Ningto. Now this is a story of a king and a queen who were living in Manipur. A king is called Ningto and a queen is called Lema. See here, now Ningto means king and Lema means a queen in Manipuri language. This is a story from Manipur about what qualities make a good ruler. Now see, here it is a story about a king, that is a ruler. There are certain qualities that should be possessed by a good ruler. Now can you tell me some of the good qualities of a good ruler? So first quality should be, he should be a just ruler. Just means he should always make fair judgments. Second is, he should treat all his people equally. Third quality can be that he should always think good for his people. And fourth quality can be, he should always be careful about the situation of his people. And if we will go on counting the list, we'll have many more qualities. So here I am going to start the chapter. Read and enjoy. Long ago, in the land of Kanglepak in Manipur, there lived a Ningto and a Lema. They were loved dearly by the people. Now it is a story of long time ago. In the land of Manipur, in the state of Manipur, there is one place called Kanglepak. See, this is the name of the place where this king was ruling. There lived Ningto and Lema, that is a king and a queen. And they were loved dearly by all, means all the people of their place, they all were loving the king and the queen. The Ningto and Lema, on their part, never stopped thinking about their Miyam, that is their people. What they always wished for the people, it is that their people should always be happy, they said. The people were not only the ones who loved their Ningto and Lema. The birds, animals too loved the Ningto and Lema. So, along with the people, the birds and animals who were there in the kingdom, they were also loving the king and the Lema, that is queen. The Ningto and Lema always said, everybody in our Kanglepak should live in peace. This was their wish for their kingdom, that all the people in their kingdom, they should live in peace. Not only the people, but the birds, animals and trees. Their beloved king and queen had 3 sons. Now if we talk about their kids, then they were having 3 sons. The eldest son was Sanajauba, then it's Sanayaima and Sanatomba. These were the names of the 3 sons. Now 12 years later, a daughter was born. Now after these 12 years, they were blessed with a daughter, and her name was Sanatombi. She was a lovely child, soft and beautiful inside. She was loved by one and all. The years went by and the children grew up well. And then one day the Ningto called all his ministers and said, it is time to decide the Tungi Ningto. Now here it is Tungi Ningto. Do you know what is the meaning of Tungi Ningto? It means the future king. So one day what the king did, he have called all his ministers and told them that now I am going to decide my future king. The ministers were shocked. But, O Ningto, what is there to decide? Sanajauba, your eldest son will be our future king. What did the minister answer him? That what is there to decide in this? Your eldest son, that is Sanajauba, he will be the future king. So what did the Ningto reply? Well, the Ningto replied, that's how it happened in the old days. The eldest son always became the king, but times have changed. So let us select the king who is most worthy of becoming a king. Now he is telling that it used to happen in the olden times when the king was choosing his eldest son to be the future king. But now, as the time has changed, I will select the king who is having the most deserving qualities of becoming a king as my future king. We will have a contest to select the future king. Dalima said. Now the king's wife, that is queen, she said that for selecting the future king, we will have a contest. And so in the land of Kanglepak, there was a contest, a horse race. So which competition was held? A horse race competition was held. Now whoever reached the Khongneng, the banyan tree, the first, would be declared the Tungi Ningto. Now the Lima, that is the queen, she said that whoever will reach the banyan tree first on the horse, he will be selected as the future king. But then a strange thing happened. Now what happened? Sana Jauba, Sana Yaima and Sana Tomba, all the three of them finished the race together. All the three sons of the king, they have finished the race together. So all the three were winners. They were expert riders and all three reached the finish line at the same time. They all were very much expert. So the three of the sons of king have finished the race at the same time because all the three were expert horse riders. Now there was a great excitement. Look at them, the people shouted, Shagol, Thoba, Nupa, such fine horsemen. Now they were speaking these all things in Manipuri language, that what a fine horsemen they are. But one question remained. Who would be the Tungi Ningto? The Ningto and Lima turned their sons towards their son. Now the excitement was still there that all the three have won the race. Now who will be the next king? Who will be the future king? So the king and queen, they have turned towards their sons. The Ningto said, Sana Jauba, Sana Yaima and Sana Tomba, you have proved that you are fine horsemen. Do something different, each one of you, so that we can decide who will be the Tungi Ningto. Now the king has said that you have to do something different to prove yourself a better candidate for the future king. Suddenly, Sana Jauba mounted his horse and held his spear straight in front of him. Now what did the eldest son of the king did? He got up on the horse and he have taken out a weapon, that is spear, from his bag and taken it straight in front of him. He looked around. There was a hush among people. Now all the people were waiting eagerly that what is he going to do? What is Sana Jauba going to do? They thought to themselves. Now Sana Jauba then looked at the huge Khongneng standing majestically in the distance. Now Khongneng, what is Khongneng? It is a banyan tree. See, banyan tree. It is a huge banyan tree. Okay, huge means it is a very big banyan tree. So he saw that banyan tree. He went to the tree and pierced the spear and jumped his horse right through it. Now he have pierced the spear inside the banyan tree. Now bravo, bravo, the people shouted, thorough, thorough, and they fell silent. Now what did the people do? They have seen that how the son, that is Sana Jauba, have done. What he has done? He has taken the spear and pierced it inside the banyan tree. Now it was the turn of the second son, Sana Yaima. What would he do? Sana Yaima too looked at the Khongneng as he mounted his horse. Now Sanayama also did the same thing. He mounted on the horse first, and now he went near the Khongneng as he mounted on his horse. Then he too rode towards the tree harder and harder. Now he went near the tree. The people watched in silence, afraid even to breathe. Now they were so much afraid that what he will do. When he was really close to, he urged his horse to jump. Now he jumped with his horse over the tree. Higher and higher horse rose until the horse and rider jumped clearly over the huge tree and landed on the other side in a wonderful motion. What did he do? He have jumped over the tree along with his horse and landed on the other side. Okay.